Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to LSS YouTube channel. So, this is an avenue to promote the development of law students and enhance academic development, social development, and likewise development across all spheres. This particular class will be for our 100 level students, and for this particular class, I will be taking the theories of law, legal methods 101. So, before I actually delve into this today, I would love to make mention of the fact that it is a generally acceptable opinion that law is subject to perspectival conceptions. In essence, law does not have a particular or a generally acceptable definition. As a matter of fact, in the words of A.O. Okuniga, she said, nobody, including the lawyer, has been able to has offered, or will ever be able to offer a definition to end every other definitions of law. In essence, this insulates or this shows that law is open to varieties of opinion, varieties of definition, and what have you. So, in the course of undertaking a jurisprudential discovery into the definition of law, one need examine the beliefs, one need examine the definitions that has been given by different writers, by different authors, in order to give a holistic appreciation into the subject matter of law itself. In essence, according to a writer in Abiola Soni, in order to satisfactorily answer the question of what is law, one needs to delve into jurisprudence. Now, jurisprudence is the study of legal philosophy. Since philosophy consists of one beliefs or idea about a thing, then the full answer to the initial question can be answered by examining the beliefs of eminent jurists to see what particularly they have perceived the law to be. So in this particular light, so it is very important to understand that to appreciate the subject matter of law, different shades of opinion as regards what law is, what law has evolved to be, what law was, and what law currently is, will be appreciated in order to have an holistic understanding of the subject matter of law. And in this particular light, we are going to delve into the theories of law, otherwise called the school of jurisprudence. By the way, jurisprudence is the study of legal philosophy. So to start with, I would be looking at the command theory of law. So when I talk about the command theory of law, the command theory of law was propounded by a legal philosopher in person of John Austin. So John Austin viewed law itself as a set of command that is issued out by a superior being to an inferior being. In essence, the inferior being is in the habit of obeying this law owing to the fear of sanction. In his book, The Providence of Jurisprudence Determined, John Austin said, the existence of the law is one thing, its merit or demerit is another. A law which actually exists is a law, though we may dislike it. In essence, John Austin viewed the concept of law from the standpoint of the ruler who issues out a set of commands to the ruled. And importantly, the ruled accept and obey this set of laws owing to the fear of sanction that has been placed in the ruler to enforce and make sure these laws are strictly complied with. So there are several criticisms which is very necessary in examining any theory of jurisprudence. It is absolutely important to likewise consider some of the criticism that one way or the other has been levied against these theories of jurisprudence. So according to John Austin's idea on the command theory of law, so the command theory of law also called the positivist school, developed out of the word to posit. And to posit means to put in place. In essence, what the ruler says the law is what the law is. The effectiveness of the law is not the question as regards John Austin's postulation. However, what the law has been put in place by the ruler, and whether or not there is strict conformity and adherence from the part of the ruled. So, looking at this school of jurisprudence, it is likewise important to undertake three elements which are very necessary to the postulation of John Austin. The first being that there is an uncommanded commander. The second being that this uncommanded commander is without legal limitation to the exercise of power. And lastly, the subject or the ruled are in the habit of obeying owing to the fear of sanction. Now, having appreciated the positivist school and command theory as put in place by John Austin, it is likewise very important to explore some of the criticisms that has been levied against the positivist school. The first is that this school has a tendency of promoting tyranny or totalitarianism. As a matter of fact, the idea that a ruler is vested with absolute power or absolute authority has a very high tendency of promoting a dictatorial regime, which in every ramification goes against the doctrine of human rights as held intrinsic in contemporary world. More so, another criticism that has been levied against this particular school is that in certain circumstances, when the ruler exercises absolute authority, sometimes the subjects are not in the habit of obeying because of the fear of sanction, but rather owing to their natural disposition to obeying laws or keeping up with rules and regulation. So these are some of the criticism that has been levied against the positivist school as propounded by John Austin. This thereby shows that this school itself is not without its criticism, is not without its demerits. And these demerits are very pivotal and instrumental in appreciating holistically the positivist school of law, otherwise called the command theory of law, as put in place by John Austin.